Hello, I'm Chris. This is Gross Models. Welcome to issue 134 of Building the Back to the Future DeLorean. In this issue, we're returning to the big box, the giant chip. Putting lots of components on it today. Going to be doing lots of buildy stuff. So we've got things to do. Yeah, that's going to hold the wires down in place okay, isn't it? So we're building up a little component with a cage around it, and then we're going to fit that. Then we've got a couple of other things to put in with a spring and a cage and a thing and another thing. And yeah, it's all going to go together nicely. We're still looking at Zemeckis' Christmas Carol. Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that. That was one of the first 3D ones that they did as a special thing. But yeah, it was all right. George Buck Flower, the Down and Out in Hill Valley. I vaguely remember it. But there. Next time we're returning away from the box, back to doing another sleeper. Yeah, there we go. Right, let's get these out of the way and build it. Okay, here we are. Lots of lovely little tiny components, which are going to be great fun to build. Some more screws as well. But the first thing we've got to do before doing some assembly, I thought that was going to be silver side up, but it's not. It's going to be black side up, brown side. First thing, we're going to have to do some disassembly. We need to take out this bit that we put in before. Just carefully pulling it out, making sure the LED stays where it needs to be. Then this will go over the top, making sure that LED comes through that gap. And that will then go down everywhere, holding everything in place, except that LED has shifted a bit. That one hasn't. This end of it has. Thought I had that taped in place quite well, but obviously I didn't, because it's now lower than it should be. Let's put that back where it needs to be. Well, that's actually sticking to the LED itself, the LED strip, and that's there like that. Right, I know it's going to go when I let go of it, so we'll carefully make sure that goes over there and in there. And that should line up. Slips again. Seems to slip when I push it down from that side. Gonna have to be like that. That's like that. Right. Then we can put this back, if I can find it. There it is. All the other LEDs come through little holes in the circuit. And that one will sit back on top of that. You know what? We're going to have to put some screws in here to hold it in place. So I'm going to do that before I try fiddling around with this. Some IP screws. Which ones are they? That one. First one I picked up, because that's springing against me all the time. So we've got 3 of these to put in place. 2 there and 1 over this side. So let's get 3 of those out, or let's get 4 of those out and then put 1 back. That's the way these things normally work for me. Grab 1 screw, like so, and let's see. That doesn't hold that in place just about right. It does just say 1 there. There's sort of room for another one down the bottom underneath it, but we're not using that at the moment, apparently. So 1 there, 1 in this top corner over here. Get that all the way down. Why is that not going down? Oh, it's because of that switch. Right. Will that just ease over there, or do I need to? I think it will. I mean, it must, because that's what we've got to do, but which doesn't come out a long way. It comes out just enough to be annoyingly too long. Right, I'm going to have a little play around with that. I'll put these screws in and get that bracket back in place, and we'll go from there. Okay, there we go. That's all in together and back in place, and held in place quite nicely now, I think. So that's all good. We need to fit a couple of pieces. We've got a little bit here. Let's get some light on and see. Doesn't matter which way round that one goes, and that just fits just to the left of that piece on there, in there like that. Cool. Then we've got to do some making. We've got to make up in our little cage piece. We've got a little cage piece. I've got some screws out, the QP screws, the really teeny tiny ones. We've got this that goes in there. Just like that. And then, oh, these bits go in the end. Right, okay. So they go in there to hold that in place. Which way around? The long end going in, just like what I've got here. If I can get it lined up. Not drop it. There. Right. That's going to have to go in there. Come on. I'm going to have great fun doing this, and I can already tell. Let's try the other side just in case. Nothing terribly difficult about doing this. Needs to get in there, and then that one goes in there like that. Easy. Where's the other one? There was another one of them. Thought that was the first one that I've been playing with, but I might have dropped it and dealt with another one. Damn it. Right, I'm going to have to disappear and scour around for that bit. I shall see you again in just a moment. Right, I'm sure you all saw it. It was just there, but I found it eventually. So that is that in there. Then we need the cage to go over the top of it. And is held in place underneath with 4 of these teeny tiny little screws. So let's get some of those together. It looks like it is a little bit sprung, so come on. There we go. It should be able to get one side in with no trouble at all, and the other side with a medium amount of trouble. He says not being able to get the first side in without any trouble at all. Right, I'm going to get this done off camera. I'll get that all tied up and then fitted in place. Where does that need to go? Right up in the corner. Or down in the corner. Down there, but the other way up. I'll get it all together and put in there, and then we'll move on to the next bit. Right, after much swearing and fiddling, I managed to get them in there. The bar in there, the screws on there, and that's held in place with 2 screws. It's over 2 of the bulbs, so I'm sure that's going to illuminate very nicely from the inside. Next up, we're fitting the battery cover, which just goes over there. That's very easy. I shall get that back off momentarily to put the battery in there, but I haven't got one quite yet. Into there, we are fitting the spring, like so. And then that goes between the 2 over there. 2 screws to hold that in place in the back, and then 2 more bits to do. Yeah, we've got a few little bits to do. What have we got? That, another little bit into a hole, another bit over a bracket. Oh, right, that's that. Right, okay. Yeah, so that's going to go there. That's going to go. Keep turning this around different orientations. It just fits. Oh, it's got it thrown there, but it fits over there. Right, it goes onto there. There are 4 pins in there. That's going to go in there like that. Almost like that. It might be that way around. Yeah, there we go. That's going to go on there like that. We've got other bits to do. 3 other things to fit. Am I missing out one of them? Don't see that tiny little bit being mentioned, but I may have missed it in the fitting of everything. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. I shall go back through and make sure I haven't ignored a piece. Oh, unless that. Oh no, that goes in there, and that goes over the top. But I'm still missing that bit. I can't see that bit being mentioned anywhere. That and that are both fitting together. Again, that's going to be over another bulb, isn't it? Now it's got that being that way round. And it's going over there. No, not over a bulb then. So yeah, that little transparent bulb looking thing, it's there, and that goes over the top of it with 2 screws. So that's that. I've got to put that in place, and I'm unsure about that piece. Unless I'm being particularly dense, it's always possible. I can see that 134K that is labelled as. 134MJ. Not there, not there, not there, not there. They don't seem to mention K at all. So I shall keep that to one side and find out that it's going to be fitted at some point in the future, but they've forgotten to mention it. So yeah, I'll get these screwed in, and that will be the end of the episode. So thank you very much for watching. I shall see you for more very soon. Next time we're back to the easy bit, the big bracket thing. So yeah, I'll see you for that very shortly, and then I'll see you probably sometime next week for the next one of these. So thanks for watching. Stay safe. I'll see you soon. Bye bye for now.